What's this?
Bring my exposure compensation up.
What's this?
Nice.
Look at, I can darken it up. Manual aperture.
We don't want to darken up Saturn too much.
No, actually I wanted to get Jupiter with the bands. I gotta focus it now. Yeah, wrong way. There it is. There's some bands on it. It works better on Jupiter at about 200 ISO. And about 400 on Saturn looks good.
I lost my black mask. I got so excited.
You'll have to brighten her up to get. Oh. Look at this now. Cass. Watch Jupiter, Saturn.
Whoa, nice. Got the moons of Jupiter. And you got the moons of Jupiter.
Yeah, I just turned up my manual exposure higher. Look at the one sitting right on the edge. I tried to follow them one day. Back it off just a tad bit so I can get them both in there. Shit. There we go. That's pretty cool.
It's nice detail. Dude,
yeah.
That's a better detail than what's his face had, than Chris had on Space TV. Yeah, I don't know what lens he was using, dude, but that's better than what he had.
Yeah. Take Back Space.
Yeah, Take Back Space.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't watched him in a long time.
I don't watch him much either.
Last time I went to his channel, a couple of the people were rude to me. They said some nasty stuff to me.
And he's such a flake, you know. We used to talk all the time. And now
well, he actually defended me. He came on. He came on there and says, "Hey, Wide Awake's cool. Leave him alone." So I was like, "All right." I was like, "That's cool that he at least came in there and said something to him, you know."
Well, I lost my black mask somewhere because I got excited about that.
Is it down here?
Is that yours or mine? Is that yours or mine?
No, this is yours. It must have blew off.
So
see there?
Anything to see a bigger one. I was wondering if it blew off, but I thought it would be right here. I didn't know it was going to be behind me.
In between you two, yeah, I see.
Just because it's bigger doesn't mean we're going to talk about blowing it.
What the hell is that? What? Did you see it just light up?
Yeah,
What's that out?
That's the Bayport rack.
That's the rack?
Yeah, that's the Bayport rack. I could show you the last couple of pictures I took of it, video. 3 days difference. Actually, I can show you on one day where it went from here to here.
Okay, it's the sign. I was like, what?
Oh, that sign. You were seeing that sign.
It was the sign. It was in the clouds. And it looked like it was in the clouds. And I was like, what the hell is that? I had to take a picture.
Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. I gotta say, that does look pretty good.
I thought it would clear up better than this, but I guess not.
Hey, it's better than what I thought it was going to be. I mean, it was pretty cloudy there for a while. I was thinking I wasn't going to get nothing. I like the fact that I'm getting the moons in there too. Wish I could turn my camera sideways. I like that. There you go. I'll do full zoom on Jupiter. Hold on. Probably went too high with it. That is one thing that's hard to do with this, is track them. Because you're so zoomed in on it. Is that little minute maneuver, man, it moves it. Still got it pretty much in focus too. Two, three. Jupiter full zoom. Or Saturn. Gee, Jupiter. Don't.
You're getting some not bad pictures. You can actually see with your iPhone that it's not quite lined up. You can actually see two. Yeah, you can actually
What
see
is that, the new iPhone?
Yeah.
Wow, not bad.
You can actually see that they're not quite lined up yet.
Yeah.
I mean, if I keep it dark, you can actually, it's
Not bad.
pretty good. Yeah,
I heard that's a pretty amazing camera they got on those.
I think it's kind of equivalent to like a 21 megapixel camera or something like that.
How about that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's pretty good.
That's 125 times zoom.
Is that both of them lined up, or is they still? Because they're still not lined up apparently. Because that's
Yeah, that's both of them right there.
I'm just waiting. I wonder how long it will take before they line up. It's not getting cold.
You mean side by side?
Well, they line up in a straight line eventually.
Oh, apparently, yeah.
Apparently.
Just like the moon looks like it spins, it's just an apparent, it's called field rotation.
Yeah.
Every time it moves, our perspective of it changes as well. So it looks like it's turning as it goes across the sky, but really it's just going straight up. Called field rotation. Just like the rays, crepuscular rays. When you see them going over the sky and it looks like they're a big dome over you, they're really just going straight overhead.
Yep, they diverge and then converge back to the horizon.
Well, isn't that the full conjunction of this when they're at their absolute brightest? Or something?
I don't know. I've caught a lot of conjunctions, or occults, where they go in front or behind each other.
Well, right, because when you apply the solstice thing to it, today is the darkest and longest day of the year, and then after this day, also it's getting longer again. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hot. Whoa. Oh. I took a big gulp off of that coffee. Ooh.
It's hot, huh?
Oh, it's burning hot. It's really burning hot.
I'm sorry, I'm just fascinated by it.
No, that's cool.
It's a killer camera there. A monster.
It's just when you got to make small adjustments on it, otherwise it goes completely out of the screen.
A Nikon or a Pentax or a Canon?
Nikon. It's called the Coolpix P1000.
Mm-hmm.
It does 4K. It has all kinds of settings. I mean, you can set the light setting. Like I can even, I can make it darker screen.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Where I can see the bands of Jupiter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
I like setting it in the fluorescent mode.
Really?
Yeah, you set it in the fluorescent mode, it makes a little red tint to it.
Mm-hmm.
It really makes it stand out a lot more.
Well, yeah.
Let me bring it up again. Oh. Yeah, that year I did the, what was it? It was the Super Blue Moon, Blood Moon or
Oh, the
something.
blood moon. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a blue moon too at the same time. It only
Oh, it
happens.
switched over or something?
Well, it only happens once every 100 and some odd years or whatever. And that's why they call it Blue Moon. As the sun was rising, it was setting, and I told everybody, I said it should shadow from the bottom up, right? It didn't. Shadow top down, which doesn't make sense if you.
Not really.
It's amazing.
Dang, man, just a little movement, man, and it's gone. There it is. Come on. Right there.
We can send it.
Let her go. Oh. Well, that battery must have been a half-dead battery or something. I just put that battery in and it's already dead. That battery's like 2 years old. It's probably one of my older ones.
I wanted to see if
They last about 2.5, 3 years, and then once they start swelling up, you better throw them away.
Yeah.
You sure don't want them to
it's done.
corrode inside your camera.
No, no, no. Do you mind if I get a screenshot of that?
Yeah, go ahead. I've had people take pictures of it.
Yeah.
That'd be nice if it comes out good.
We'll see. I tried.
Probably could have got rid of.
I have a photographer who got the new i12, the Pro. Boy, the pictures on that are incredible. I'm just amazed by it.
You're right. That's it. They had their fun. Wow. When I send me those, I'll send them to the kids.
Looks really nice on a 55-inch.
On a monitor?
On a 55-inch TV. I have my computer hooked to a TV too. I have a 20-inch monitor with a 50-inch TV connected to it too. I gotta be able to watch my Netflix, even though I'm about ready to cancel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put on that one show. What?
Yeah, cuties.
Cuties?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
No way.
I looked at I read that.
Actually, I think it came out pretty good for a screenshot. Look.
Damn, it did. Not too bad.
No.
No,
I
it's
didn't
just
care
like
for
not
that
too bad at
cuties
all.
thing either.
Yeah, I was like, that's more like
child sexuality, okay? No,
Yeah.
no,
pedophilia
not my kids.
running rampant in Hollywood.
For real.
Been in Hollywood forever.
Huh?
Pedophilia.
Pedophilia in Hollywood.
I think it's been in mankind forever.
Yeah.
I can't think this can limit it to that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You're right.
It just irks me. I don't even have kids, but it irks me. Like that Jeffrey Epstein.
No, that piece of shit.
I'd have loved to have got my hands around his neck. Oh, somebody beat me to it. Hillary.
I wouldn't mind getting my hands around his neck with something better in my hand. That's for sure. Like a chain and a 20-pound weight, maybe.
Or a chainsaw.
Fine, unfortunately.
And Alan Derkowitz defended the guy, and I don't like that guy either. He came right out and said that if the government mandates a vaccine and they tell you have to take it, they have every right to come to your house, drag your ass out of your house, drag you to the nearest hospital or doctor's office and plunge a needle into your arm. I said, over my dead body.
Well, you know, I'm going to say that regarding that. My daughter is a doctor, and she was an internist, and then she went to holistic medicine, and now she's certifying for CBD and other pharmaceuticals.
Yep.
Because she doesn't believe in regular medicine anymore.
Yep.
She says it's all just a money game.
Yep.
It
Big pharma.
And she said, as a healthcare professional, she goes, I can tell you with
I can move it again if you want to get a shot at it.
Tell anybody you want. Don't take it until it's absolutely guaranteed safe and effective.
Yeah.
She said that. She goes, they're not going to punch nothing into me. And she's right now,
Yeah.
she's kind of on the front lines, but I'm a little worried about her. She and my son-in-law, but
Well, listen, if my body has a 99% effective, I'll take my immune system over a 90% effective vaccine.
well, my daughter even said to me, she goes, you know, you've been very healthy. I haven't had a cold or a flu in over 35 years.
Yeah.
I'm very healthy. I'm very fit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm at the gym 2 times a day. And she says, you probably have already, look, unless you've sequestered and totally sequestered, like have not left your house at all for any reason. And even then, it's not a guarantee because now people are finding that have been home are getting it worse than people who actually go out a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
that being said,
I dig through drain fields and shit, man. I mean, can you imagine the bacteria stuff in that?
Immune system.
not really.
Mine too.
I got a
I'm
good
still bad
immune
for flu
system.
When I was a kid, so trust me.
I don't know. I don't know if I take the vaccine.
Oh, you little
Well, the only thing that I did, and my cardiologist really strongly suggested, he says, I would get a flu shot, and I'm going to tell you what
I
flu
got
shot that I would go with you to, because he goes, there's some I'm not so sure about, and he goes, I'm really very cautious about that. He's one of these people, he's a little bit, for lack of a better term, a conspiracy theorist. So he just thinks like that they're going to like inject all people with something that and 2 days later they'll all be dead, and you know that is kind of, if you believe this whole conspiracy theory, if you believe that there's an NWO, then yes, that would make
Well,
sense.
there is an NWO,
Yeah.
definitely.
We all know there always has been. I mean, I mean, but I'm not so sure it says.
Just go look at the documents. UN Agenda 21 and 30.
Oh, I know about all that.
United
My
Nations.
son-in-law works for the CIA, so I guess I know about it.
Yeah, but
So I have a good
there
line
are
in.
theories, and then there are
A
facts.
theory is something that's a
Yeah,
hypothesis
that
has
that
not
ain't
yet
even
been
the full
exactly.
That
zoom.
hasn't been
And to me, I've
substantiated.
always
That's
said,
full zoom
if
on
you want to get my attention,
on Saturn.
tell me it's empirical fact. Then I will
Yeah,
listen.
exactly. Exactly. When
Because
there's
what's
facts
empirical fact?
behind it,
There's nothing. You can't.
like there actually
For
are
$1,000 camera?
conspiracy
Yeah,
facts.
but you can see
There
the
are
rings.
actually.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well, you know,
You
look,
can
you're
see
right.
the
You
rings.
got to question everything. You got to question
but you do
everything.
have to kind of realize too that from the beginning of time, those people that have always been in power always want to stay in power, and the people
Always
that
is.
have the money are usually the ones that are in power, and the ones that have the money and the power
Yeah.
want the world to conform to the way they think it should be.
Yep.
They
Now that being
mandate.
said,
They
people like
mandate
Bill
our
Gates and all these
indoctrination.
people have said, look, we're on overpopulous planet, we're draining our resources, we're going to kill our planet. So how do we effectively
That's
do
if they
that?
told us that's if they told us the truth about where we live.
They just want to kill off the old people.
I mean,
That's all there
if
is.
you believe that we live
Well,
on a ball hurling through
Como
the
does.
chaos, then I don't.
Como,
I'm not
Como,
See the rings around
No,
it?
but have you heard
Oh my
this
goodness.
recent thing where they've been finding
That is
glitches, and
great.
it's almost like a program. It's like the Matrix, for lack
If
of
I give you my text
where
number, can
we
you
are
send me 2
actually
pictures?
living in
this is video,
Matrix.
Matrix and
And
but I
when
can
it
take
goes out,
screenshots
Like they had this theory on TV the other night. It was
Yeah,
fascinating.
right down your.
Like people will suddenly
right
go
down
freeze
your-
and stop and not move, not doing. Dogs will just suddenly mid-step and just stay there like that for hours, and then they pick up like nothing ever happened. Or the best ones are like when planes will come in for a landing and just stop midair. They don't move. There's
You got a
nothing holding
pen?
them. They're not crashing. They're not moving. There actually was one guy of a bird.
You got a pen?
It's
I
flying, and all of a
just
sudden
write it on my.
It just stops there midair. Doesn't fall. Doesn't come crashing. You would think that gravity would have pulled it down, right? But apparently that didn't happen. And they had this whole program, like it was like 2 hours. It was just fascinating about this.
No, I don't have a pen.
Theory
I don't have one, Tom.
I got
freezing
one in my
time,
truck.
interdimensional, stops or whatever you want to call it. But
I don't have much battery life on this, but
you really have to
Well, you
think
got
about
to keep
it.
your mind open because
We know
you got to
if
figure.
this is
You know,
true, that-
NASA's not telling us the truth all the way around.
Look, you
so.
know damn well that anything that has been funded by any kind of government is never for the people that are actually supposed to take benefit for.
There's
So
a lot of astronomers that have mysteriously died.
yeah, that's
A
been a
lot
big
of
thing.
accredited astronomers that have mysteriously died. There's
Well,
actually a
yeah,
couple books
I'd
on
be
it
more than
called
happy to
that.
send you a screenshot or something.
Just a couple of them.
Going on the
Sure.
moon because there isn't one.
Well, he'd be
And
more
this is
than
just
happy
like
to send
something
me
that
a
we're all just.
There's enough evidence to scrutinize it.
article
There's
from
definitely
yesterday
enough
that are bigger.
evidence to
Yeah, well, he's
scrutinize
got
it.
a bigger camera.
Absolutely, it's kind of interesting.
Well, the way I see it, we're just free-range slaves to the government.
Government supposedly we support with our taxes.
Yeah. Well,
So
I'm
why would they want
ex-military.
to teach us? Why
So
would they?
well armed.
Why would
I
they
can shoot a block
want to
onto
teach
it.
us? Why would they want to teach us the secrets to the universe? You know what I mean? Why would these people want to teach our children the true history and the secrets to the universe? They wouldn't, and they would
Well,
not.
plus I don't think most people would be ready for it, to be honest. I mean, or for example, the very theory alone that there is no any religious purpose to our being here would really put a lot of people into a tailspin.
Well, there's an illusion. There's a grand illusion, and most people are forced to live it.
Well,
Just like this.
because as in anything, and
we
this
very much live in an
control is
illusion.
power, and they have to keep us in control. If we
I
were
mean,
out of
even-
control and ran amok, without look, there was a
Chaos.
Vatican guy the other day that just actually said,
You're right.
the Vatican invented
Order
hell. There's
out
no
of
such thing as
chaos,
hell.
divide and conquer.
There's no such thing as hell, and the Vatican made that all up. Because you have to remember, if you want to go this way, this is how I look at it. No. Here's the Christians. Early Christians were actually believers. The next wave of Christians became followers. The next bunch of Christians became like sheep. And now in America, they've actually made religion a money-building enterprise.
Big time.
And
Yeah,
when you look at that, if evolution, you can see how it's changed so much.
Everything's exploded.
Like that guy who goes around with a $325,000 Ferrari. There's people all pay him every last
coffee
cent they
about
own,
killed
so
me
they
again.
can- He lives in a
Wow.
$300 million house and he drives a $300,000 car. And these people all think she's like Christ incarnate. Like, what's wrong with you people? You need to get your head out of your ass. Hello, wake up, smell the coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
all-
kinda
it's
sad,
all
look.
about money. Oh,
The
if he
beans
has
are
money,
cooking.
He must be a good person.
My daughter's so
What?
funny. She says, in the medical community, there's so many of us that, and then she puts it, and I kind of am somewhat like that too. I'm not a deeply religious person. I'm a very spiritual person. I think there's a big difference.
There is big difference.
That's
Spirituality is, to me, more important because if you can hold to your beliefs and you believe, all right, if there is something greater out there, what might that be? Honestly, I don't know. I was
Well, you
brought up
can be
Lutheran, but I'm
religious.
like,
You can be
I don't know.
religious.
I just don't buy into that
you
whole
can be
crap
religious
fest
and
anymore.
not have no spirituality in that.
Well, that's
those,
true.
Those people are going nowhere. With
Well,
their,
if you have,
with where
but if you
they,
have a
you
religious
know,
sense but no
they
spirituality, then
expect-
what's the point?
a lot of people think that they are
really.
spiritual because they're
Right.
going to church and stuff.
That means
That's not
nothing.
the
I
case.
met this one Christian lady at Bayport one day, and she was
Nuts.
putting down every religion in the world except for Christianity. And I said, "That's what starts wars, lady. Right
know
there.
you want it.
That's what starts religious wars. Is because you're putting down everybody else's religion. Is how do you know that they're not actually praying to the same God?"
Well, here's the thing. If
Yeah, right.
every religion that's monotheistic, and this goes back even into when Egypt became a monotheistic religion. You know, when they worship the sun disk Aten. If there's everybody is worshiping one God, then that one God's got to be everybody's one God. It's not like there's like he has brothers and cousins or anything. They're all the same one person.
Well, you go through the religions and you realize they're all pretty much talking about the same story. You know,
Pretty
that's
much.
the one thing about
Pretty
it.
much. I mean,
They,
you know, and
they
our
use
religion is so
parables.
convoluted because, you know, over the thousands of years that everything has been handed down and handed down and handed down, and that's prehistory without writing. There was nobody made a book and said this is how this works.
Already close.
Or here, I'll zoom in on it.
Oh,
for
now
you.
there you go. Now I can see it much better. Yeah, that's it. It is. Yep. Okay, see? Yep.
You hanging for a while,
That
Dave?
is so
Yeah.
cool.
All right, dude. I'll talk at you.
All right,
He'll talk at you. That is so cool.
get it in
I'm going to
focus
send
a
out
little bit
pictures to
better.
my grandkids.
Nice to
It's-
talk to you.
There, it's in focus. You see the rings
I
on
get it.
Saturn?
Oh, is that what that is? Yes.
You as well.
Yeah, here, I'll zoom in on Saturn more. See the rings?
See 'em? That is really cool.
Your daughter,
Oh,
you know,
yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that with my
She
iPhone.
actually runs.
That is
entire
so
healthcare
cool.
facility.
So yeah, tell me
And-
picture.
No, she's up in Manchester.
I'm looking at the horizon thinking
And
my
my
app is
son-in-law's
off.
actually there with her because he's not working for the CIA because the government offices are closed. And
That's
so
okay,
he's
mine
actually
is too, so
doing
the app is just
nutrition
completely
and
off, 'cause
guidance
it's-
for all
it
the
was still still
residents
showing
there.
anything.
He actually does their menus every day now.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're
I
welcome.
think that it's terrible. And I feel sorry for those frontline workers. I really do.
Well, you know, and like you know,
I
and
mean, it's
again,
got to be hard.
yeah, it kind of smells.
Yeah. I mean,
How's
you
that?
got to
Wow.
all these people
We're getting closer.
dying and-
Yeah.
I know somebody who lost 7 relatives in 7 months.
Do you mind if I grab another one? Because I'm gonna head out here and my ass
I
is
know, I'm
freezing.
waiting for
Oh,
him
picture
to
it.
take it, so you can take one.
Yeah,
Is that it right? Is that the
Yeah,
one
there is.
that you just took right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, actually, that,
he must have
it's
got
too far
lost.
to the
So
right.
you
I'm
come
getting,
in,
not getting that one. Damn it.
take this picture.
Hold on.
He said he'll send a couple.
Yeah, I know, but he's, you know, he's got an important life. You know.
Oh, that's good. Let me just,
As
I
I
can
said,
crop that up. Oops. Asshole.
here you go.
Perfect.
Here you go.
Oh.
Thanks.
Okay.
In fact, if you
Make sure I put it.
One right now.
get it, you'll have the number on your.
I'm just doing that. I'm gonna edit it up and see what it looks like.
Well, I tell you, I do feel sorry for those frontline workers. It's got to be hard. Like, one of my friends said in 7 months they lost 7 relatives, but I think everything's cool back there. Everything.
Well, the sad thing is that when I was talking to my daughter, I'm a little worried about her, to be honest. I'll be really honest,
Yeah.
because she's working front, and she and my son-in-law, and she's trying to get pregnant.
That is bad. But, yeah.
Well, she said we worked all our lives to get to this point where we have our house, we have 2 new cars, we took our last vacation, and we're ready.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's a great one. Look.
She's got faith. She'll be fine. Oh, yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
look good.
She'll be fine. She's
Oh,
got
yeah.
the faith. Yep. Tom, you send me those so I can send them to the grandkids because they're going to be so excited.
He'll send a couple screenshots.
They'll be like, Grandma, you see
Yeah, I
that?"
can take screenshots off my computer and then
Well, we couldn't
send
see
them.
nothing when we were by our house, and that's like too many street lights.
Yeah, we tried to see it in the back, but some of the lights you couldn't see.
So I just, let's go to Pine Island.
I have a good spot at my house. I'm between High Point and Brook Ridge, so I got like 2.5 acres there. It's really nice because I can stand in my driveway with centennial lights on too and still see all the stars.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. No, I'm gonna go.
I know. Yeah, it's cool. I know. We're.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
Oh
it.
yeah,
That
no
was
problem.
Really nice of you.
My name is Hal.
I want to break in here a second and say that I do have another sick dog at home that I would really want to spend some time with. So I might try to put out one more video after this one, but then I'm gonna take some time off, spend with my family, my dogs, and try to give her some, lots of love and attention before it's her time to go. She's 14 years old. She's spoiled to death. She's lived a good life.
my wife and I, we adopt most of our dogs. A couple of the dogs that we did pay for, um, it, we spent more money on vet bills and getting them fixed up than we did what we paid for them. So if they would have went to another home or somewhere else, they probably would have been put down. So, you know, we do keep our dogs for life. We don't ever give them away. And I think Teddy was number 10, and uh, then we got one other female that she's 10 years old too. We got her from animal control. Her name's Ruby. And my sick girl is named Bindi, Bindi Sue. She was named after the crocodile hunter, daughter, Bindi. So, you know, I know this video was long, but I want to go ahead and play it to the end because I did track it for quite a long time. And I really think it got, the further away it got, um, the bands of Jupiter started showing up a little bit better. And everything stayed in focused here for a while. Um, and, you know, by brightening up and using the different light settings in the camera, I was in the movie mode, 400 ISO, with manual exposure settings so I could turn the light up and down, just for your knowledge. Now, I'm going to let the video go back to its natural audio. I might break in one more time, um, just to cut out one part that I don't think anybody needs to hear these other people's names and their addresses. All right, thanks. I did want to say I'm not looking for anybody's pity. If you're a dog owner and you've gone through this, I know you understand exactly what I'm talking about. You know, our dogs are family. So my wife and I, we don't have any kids, so our dogs are our kids. So just to let you know, um, you know, we'll take care of them properly till the end. All right, thanks a lot, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
Well, we gotta go home and pack. We gotta drive tomorrow.
Oh, you're heading back up north, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just to be home for the grandkids and then we'll
Yeah,
come
that,
back.
that cold weather.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
It's starting to go through some density here because it's starting
I
to.
see they got winter jackets. Well, look at me. Winter jackets, scarves.
Hey, I'm a Floridian. This is freezing for me. I'm actually surprised I'm still out here. I hate the cold.
I can't stand it. I have neuropathy, so the cold for me is not cold.
I do too.
You have it?
Oh, bad. My feet,
Paralyzed.
it can be 90 degrees and they'll feel like they're freezing cold.
I was a quadriplegic for almost a year. I couldn't walk.
Wow.
Yep, she
Allergic
was.
reaction to
I'd have to
medication.
drive home on my lunch hour from Detroit.
I'd be like this.
Out home, it's 45 minutes, but work understood, but I'd have to punch out and then drive back to get her, put her on the toilet, clean her up, and get her back on.
And they said I was never going to walk again. I used to be a runner. I'm like, yeah.
Well, I bet you're thankful you are walking now, huh?
Yeah. But you know, I take some Balta, but I think I'm going to go to CBD, that other stuff.
The CBD oils?
Marijuana.
Yeah.
Because, you know why? Because there's not many side effects to that as there is does medication they want you to take.
Well, yeah, Big Pharma's got that in the pocket too, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why they fought the marijuana. See, marijuana's been around since ancient times, and the ancient, Indians used it for medical cures. The Egyptians used it for medical cures. So why did they tell us it was so bad? You know,
So now I'm starting to take just a half of one of my pills and doing some of the other stuff because.
Could you read that unlegible writing that I did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's your phone number, right?
Yeah.
I have, and we never did get your name.
I'm David. Merry Christmas.
It's a 17-hour drive back home if I don't stop for nothing.
Oh.
I might might drive, I'm not sure.
That makes my butt feel sore just thinking about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice Christmas and be safe.
You too.
All right, well, only 4 more minutes left. Well, 4 minutes and some odd seconds. But yeah, it was actually a little good for me to get out that night because I had been stressing over my dogs. My male found out he had cancer like 2 weeks ago, and it spread real quick. We tried some holistic medicine, but it was too late. Um, and my 14-year-old, um, I watched her go downhill for the last 6 months. So having all my other dogs living to be almost 14, 15 years old, most of them, you start to see the signs, and when it's time that, do you want them to suffer anymore? Because they can't tell us, but we can see it. And last thing I want my dogs to do is suffer. Um, I don't even want to suffer. Um, but I'm gonna pull away from Saturn and Jupiter, and I'm gonna give you a little shot of the moon. Ain't much of a shot, but I zoom in and I'll get it in focus for you a little bit here as I do a full zoom in too. I actually enjoy zooming in all the way. And one of the things that I have noticed sometimes is you see this little plateau right here. I'm always zooming in on it. And it's funny how on some of my footage, when I zoom in all the way, that sometimes things appear bigger. Um, then yeah, I had my tripod when I put it up like this. It wanted to just drop down on me, so I had to tighten it up. But it appears to be bigger, and when I compare it to some of my other moon footage at full zoom, it is bigger at times. So again, even though we're looking straight up into the stars, we're still looking through water. There's a lot of water in our air. That's why, you know, we see things have this little distorted look. And other times we see more distortion when we get this like little thin haze in the sky. The moon is a lot more distorted. The stars are distorted, but it's one of the things that you know I've been able to really work with is using the light settings to get the best video I can. And at times I play around with the light settings, different brightnesses. Um, there's some features on there. I try each one, and then I look at it and I say, okay, what is the best to film Jupiter at? What's the best to film Saturn, Mars? And I find that different light settings, you start getting more detail because you're not allowing the light to drown out the details on the object or the subject that you're looking at. Um, so again, too, I put my stuff out. I let you think for yourself. I don't try to tell you what you should believe in or what, to think or how to think. Think for yourself. Um, and always remember, you do live in a free country and we're supposed to have our freedoms. Um, Merry Christmas. Have a happy new year and God bless all.